I made a trade this week on my fantasy team.
Out of pure discipline, I'm like, nope, you're not going to get me, buddy.
Kylar and I went to the same high school.
I'm making picks now.
Oh, I love this so much.
They'll fight, and then Ronan gets winner.
Boom! Oh, pause it. What's up, y'all? Bo Nickal here. I'm here to tell y'all about Betr Picks. Go download Betr, play Betr Picks, 100x your money. We got the fastest payouts in the industry. We got exciting stuff going on. So go make sure to go play and have yourself a good time. Win some money.
New users will get a deposit match up to $100. Use code Tony, definitely not Ronan, and play Betr Picks now. So you're back. Killed a bunch of things.
Killed so many things. Killed a mule deer, killed a turkey, killed an elk.
That's a successful trip.
Successful trip. Got meat in the freezer.
But you weren't 100%.
No. I don't want to talk about it. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. That's totally fair. I need you to do it for the Instagram caption.
Need you to do what?
Get the last kill.
I didn't.
I know. I just wanted to bring it up again. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know.
This is like the only time I can make fun of you, dude. You got to remember that.
Because you can only be so mean. Yeah. What's the ukulele for?
Yeah, I play music.
To smash.
You could do it.
I will.
We have some cool things.
That I guarantee you, if that ukulele stays in this room,
it's getting
it
smashed.
will get smashed. I guarantee flipping
That's a liability right there.
I put my firstborn son that will be smashed at some point.
That's big.
That is big.
If it stays in this room.
So
And if it comes down to it, I'll just do it myself.
I'm going to move it. The first thing I actually think that you want to talk about this is your fantasy football team winning again.
Bro.
Again.
It's a formality, man.
Wow.
Freaking, all I do is win.
All
I do is win, no matter what. Here, hey, yo, call me real quick. 1 second. Just like give me a call on the phone.
Okay.
Hold on. Don't do it yet. Here. Anyways, that's my ringtone. That was almost really cool.
It's a dope ringtone.
Thank you. I feel like it made sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know the origin story of that ringtone?
What?
I've not told you yet?
Mm-mm.
Dude. Okay. So, Maddie and I were sitting at a Denny's in Milesburg or something, somewhere random. We were coming back from, I had to go get a gun. And we were at the gun shop, and on the way back, I was like, let's get Denny's. So we stopped at Denny's, and for some reason, it was not that many people in there, but they put us in a booth right next to this other group of people. It was like a guy and a gal, and the guy was maybe 50 and bigger, like looked like a farmer, and his phone kept ringing over and over again, text, calls, whatever, and it was a ringtone. And it was shipping up to Boston, Dropkick Murphys.
Wow, great choice.
Every single time his phone rang, he'd be like, dun, 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 dun. And I was like, oh my gosh, Maddie. Yeah, exactly. I was like, I have to get a ringtone. And
those used to be dope.
Yeah, they did.
Mine used to be Down by
Baby, are you down, down? That's a good one.
And it was just like smooth and chill and classic.
You know what my middle school ringtone was?
What?
Stronger by Kanye West.
That's a great one too.
I
I used to make different ones for different individuals that were special to me. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't do that. I just let it ride. But yeah, so I was just deciding, after I heard that guy's phone ring 7 times over the course of a brunch, which was excessive. I don't know who was calling him, but
he just his wife kept calling him because he.
I think so, dude. I think so. But yeah, then I was like, let's go. Let's do a ringtone. And it took me. It's not that easy to put a ringtone on your phone anymore.
Yeah,
it took me a while. Yeah, it took me a while. So 20 minutes later, I was like, all right, I know how to do it. What song do I pick? Boom. That came into my mind. All I do is win, of course. And so it's been great since then. This has been going on for probably 2 months. But
okay, I thought it was going to be years, and I was like, how have I not heard this?
No, not years.
Okay,
like
right.
2 months. And there have been a couple awkward situations.
Yeah.
Where
church or something.
Yeah. And I'm just like, oh, that's not good, but it's worth it.
Yeah.
I'm going to have one funny situation where it comes up organically, and that's going to be worth it.
It's like an interview. Someone asks you a question like that, like something stupid. It's just like, You're like, second, please.
Yeah. You know, the only thing that would make it better is if I had a flip phone Nokia, and or a Razor or something, every time I called, I had to be like,
yeah,
this is Bo.
I miss flip phones.
Yeah. It was so fun to just, you know.
You guys actually had flip phones?
I did, yeah.
Of course.
Not the sliding one?
I had
the sliding one.
I had one that flipped up and one that flipped two ways. It flipped sideways to text and it flipped up.
Was that the Razor?
I don't think so. It was just like a Samsung or something. But it flipped both. It was dope.
Yeah.
The thing is, for you, you're way too young. You're like 17, so you really only grew up with iPhones. And
that's true.
Yeah.
I'm 23 now.
Jesus Christ.
I'm old. I'm the oldest out of all my friends. You guys are like, well, I mean, except that was, I guess.
Yo, how mean can we be to him while he's on camera?
As mean
I
as
think
you
it's.
want.
We're still trying to figure it out. So
I
we
was
got to see what the
told as
viewers
mean
are
as
cool.
you
We got to
want.
see what the viewers are cool with.
Yeah, please
Don't ever
do
talk
not
over
ever
me.
talk over him ever again.
My gosh.
And get a haircut.
Why do I need a haircut?
Because you're on camera, dude.
What do you mean?
Do you not realize
This is
there's
what my
people that are going to see this?
Yeah.
As long as you're fine with it.
You got some shoes from Kylar Murray?
Dude, yeah.
That's dope.
Did you see him?
No.
Yeah, he sent me some Kylar Murray dunks. They're like these super dope green dunks with his logo on it and stuff.
That's cool.
It's got like a sweet Nike deal. So I think they're like a friends and family edition. He sent me a pair. And yeah, I'm going to have to, he's hooked me up, bro. He sent me jersey, signed and all that, sent me a pair of kicks. So I'm going to have to get him some fight shorts, some gloves, ship him back some stuff. So
That's awesome.
yeah, it's cool. It's cool to have good friends that, you know, like giving you stuff.
And he's not on your fantasy team.
He's not playing right now, bro.
Oh, really?
Yeah, otherwise he would be. Yeah, he tore his ACL, so he's coming back off that.
This season or?
Yeah, I saw a picture of him the other day though. He's freaking shredded, so it looks good.
Sweet.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure when he's going to come back, but yeah, Kylar Murray.
How'd that whole relationship start with you and Kylar?
So Kylar and I went to the same high school. He was a couple years younger than me, but basically, like, as I was kind of coming up, he came into the school and then just started dominating. Like, I want to say the first few games that he was on the team, he didn't start just because he was new. And then after a couple games, boom, put him in at quarterback. We always make fun of my one buddy, Oliver, because Oliver was a wrestler and he was the quarterback, and Kylar came in, and then he kind of took Oliver's spot a little bit. But Oliver ended up playing receiver, and you know he was a starting receiver for the team, so it's not like that big a diss because it wasn't like he was sitting the bench. But yeah, they ended up just freaking killing it, winning the state tournament, and I think he won like 50 games in a row for my high school, dominating. And then another thing that was really cool, so Kylar went to A&M, transferred from A&M to OU, and when he was at OU, he was behind Baker, I think, for a year, and then the next year he came in, and nobody really knew him because he had transferred and he hadn't started. And I bet like every single person I knew that he was going to win the Heisman.
Dang.
And I wish I would have bet it like on a sports book.
Yeah.
Because I would have won. So it was probably plus 4,000. I know some kids from my high school that bet it on a sports book and ended up winning 30, 40 grand.
Jeez.
But I just bet all my buddies like $100 each, and I just bet them 1-to-1. I was like $100 he's winning the Heisman, so it was basically me betting against the field at 1-to-1. And I was like so confident in him, but he ends up winning the Heisman in 2019, the same year I won the Hodge Trophy, which is crazy. So Hodge Trophy, Heisman Trophy, same year from the same high school. Probably, I would guess, never been done before ever.
That's awesome.
But yeah, just kind of like, stayed in touch with him, talked to him here and there and stuff. And he loves fighting, he loves MMA. So definitely going to get him out to a fight at some point, but super, super cool dude.
That's sweet.
Yeah. 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 It's good to have friends that aren't just wrestlers or fighters.
Yeah. I change it up sometimes.
Yeah, I have to.
Like Nolan.
Yeah, like Nolan. he waves. That's great. My week 4 lineup right here. Here we go. I made a trade this week on my fantasy team. I made a trade. Big deal. Big trade, blockbuster trade. Derrick Henry, one of my top fantasy running backs, had to give him away. Traded him, and I got Puka, and I got Jalen Warren. So to go over my better picks lineup, I'm going Tua Tagovailoa over on passing yards. I'm going Puka over on receiving yards, and I'm going Tony Pollard over on rushing yards. Ride with me. Let's win some money.
Speaking on that same topic, what about Micah?
Oh, that's my dog as well, bro. He's absolutely killing it. I talked to Mikey Locks. I'm like, yo, we got to get a better picks line for sacks. Like, I want to bet Micah Parsons sack every single week. I'm trying to freaking get my money up, so we got to get some Micah Parsons sack line in there. Easy money.
Except when he plays the Eagles.
Especially when he plays the Eagles.
Are the Eagles good this year?
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah.
Best team in the NFL.
The Eagles and the 49ers right now are the best two teams, I think.
Interesting.
And the Cowboys. But the Cowboys lost to Arizona.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'd been killing it aside from that.
They also lost Trayvon Diggs, which their best cornerback.
Yeah.
So
Trayvon Diggs.
You don't know. Oh man.
How's Brady doing this year?
He's good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's undefeated, I think.
I'd say
Always.
so.
Yeah, undefeated.
That's all I need to know. Next question.
They wanted me to bring up the Travis Kelce Taylor Swift thing again.
Yeah, I feel like we
Is
didn't.
it them or is it you at this
You
point?
didn't- you-
Yeah.
We didn't really talk about it on the last one.
Dude, you know what though?
I
I'll
kinda
be
stole the
honest.
show.
I'll just be 100% honest about this because I have a lot of thoughts. Taylor's really putting him on the map.
I didn't know who he was.
No, she's putting him on the
Yeah.
map. Like, obviously, Travis Kelce, whatever, but now
That's
it's
big.
like he's on the map officially.
He did gain 500,000 Instagram followers from that.
That'll do.
Jersey sales up 400%. He is winning along with the whole dynamic.
Call that a
of the NFL.
business decision.
Yeah.
Yeah, smart. How's she benefit?
She looks good in red,
Great point.
and her album was named Red.
And Kansas City Chiefs are red.
That's enough.
That's enough.
Yeah.
3 strikes
You
right
can only
there.
level up so much for her. It's more like
Yeah.
small increments at this point.
What is it for her, right? Like, it's tricking Taylor stuff. But did she ever respond to your DM?
No. Shocking?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, out of everyone, I thought she would.
Yeah.
That
It's
was
all
the
good.
one. It's
No
all right.
worries, bro.
Can't get them all.
Like water off a duck's
Can't get
back.
'em all. Hey. The real star of the show this weekend was actually, so the Kelce's, Jason Kelce plays for the Eagles, Travis Kelce plays for the Chiefs. So her mom, their mom has been the star of the show for the past, since they've been in the Super Bowl, right? So she's been hanging out with A-list celebrities for the past couple weeks while Taylor's at the games. She was seen with Jake from State Farm, big celebrity. Ryan Reynolds,
That's big.
Okay, that's big.
who played Wolverine, Hugh Jackman,
Yeah.
another one. So she's kind of also been killing it as well.
Their mom.
Their mom.
It's an interesting lineup.
I'll root for moms. I'm on team mom overall.
That's
If you're
fair.
a mom, I'm rooting for you.
That's fair.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
That's fair.
Shout out to all the moms. If you're a mom and you're listening to this podcast, first off, welcome.
Welcome. You're part of the 1%.
You're
And
part
we
of the
love you.
Secondly, thank you for your service. And lastly, keep up the good work.
So I wanted to cut into this new segment that I came up with personally.
Oh, please do.
Tony, you have been coming at my neck lately.
Have I?
Yeah. Like last week on the podcast, you made fun of my video editing. Like the thing that I take great pride in. my video editing. Another thing.
I made fun of your previous video editing to show how far you've come.
You still made fun of me. So I want to cut to my new favorite segment of Nickals and Dimes called Tony Cannot Pronounce Words Correctly. Starting with number 1, what is the thing that you drink in the morning? Most Americans drink in the morning typically. I know you drink it decaffeinated.
Coffee.
Damn it, Tony.
It's just not right.
I hate that we have to do this.
Do you think I want to do this?
I don't want to do this.
I'm just saying normal words here. My accent isn't even that strong.
Just get it over with, Ronan. Keep going.
I just can't. This is not how you say it. It's coffee, not coffee. Coffee. Sounds like you're speaking Hebrew.
It does sound a little bit. It sounds a little bit like you're gonna hawk up a big ball of
Drink my coffee with my water, and I check in the mirror before I leave. Sometimes I put whatever I need to put into my drawer, and I walk out the door. What do you want me to do?
Well, that just did it. Now your segment's over.
Come back next week for another word that I come up with and make fun of Tony. Next thing, another fun thing for you guys, not for me, is I'm making picks now.
Oh, I love this so much. I can't wait to just violate you.
So for the first time I'm making picks, I wanted to be real. We're in Pennsylvania.
All you're gonna do is pick Eagles over.
I'm not. I'm using better picks.
All right,
to
go
do
ahead.
This.
Make a pick.
So there's some stipulations. Instead of, if I win, obviously, I win money. If I lose, for every pick that I lose, you guys get to shoot me with a paintball gun one time.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something way worse than that, but I'm down.
That's pretty crazy. Each week?
Each week.
That you lose?
The challenge is going to
That's
change.
intense, bro. Oh, it's going to change.
It's going to change.
But the first week
I
is
like
that-
the paintball gun thing.
The paintball
that's-
gun.
Every time. I want to shoot you in the face. It's for
That's
the fans,
intense.
dude. For the fans.
Yeah, for content.
All right.
That's
What's
a
your
good deal.
picks? Name
All
your
right.
picks.
So, first off, I'm starting with an Eagles player.
like I said,
Jalen Hurts over passing yards.
Jalen Hurts over whatever the line is Sunday passing yards.
Lock it in. Justin Jefferson over in receiving yards.
Okay.
Lock it in. Final one. Alvin Kamara to score a touchdown. Fresh off suspension. Had a great week last week. Didn't really do that much as far as the rushing game. Had 14 receptions, which is a lot for running back. So those are my picks. Ride with Ron in the Betr app. Tony, get your what's your arm doing there, man?
He's just tickling you a little bit.
It's
Relax.
weird. Anyway, ride with me in the Betr app. And if I lose, everyone gets enjoyment but me. So,
Dude, so if you don't go 3 for 3, you understand I'm shooting you in the face with a paintball gun.
I don't know about in the face, man.
That's
I was
what you said. Those were your
was-
words.
I did
You
not
said
say that.
you get to shoot me in the face for every one I miss.
Yeah.
Play it back. It's for every pick that I lose, you guys get to shoot me with a paintball gun one time. I did not say that. No shot.
We'll see.
I'll let you shoot me in the back. Oh, it's for every pick I get wrong. So if I get two
Face
wrong,
or balls? You pick.
back. Back.
All right.
Have you seen the whole like Dillon, Danis, Logan Paul thing about how?
Oh, yeah.
Do you think he's taking it too far?
I think
Would I take it that far? Do you think he's taking it too far? That's an interesting question.
I think every podcast in the world has discussed this question.
Now it's
You
us.
really want us to embark on this journey?
I would love for you to embark on this journey. It's pretty messed up. That's my opinion. Nothing to say on the subject.
No.
He also said on Arrow Hawani that he makes $15,000 off an Instagram story, and that's just a lie.
That's pretty good, man.
It's no
If
shot.
that's true, then we have to jack our numbers up.
We got to get our numbers up, Ronan. Those are rookie numbers. Oh, man. Yeah, he's taking it too far. It's not cool.
Yeah.
It's not cool, man.
Don't include someone's wife, potential wife.
Dude, I'll say this. If somebody was talking about my wife like that, I wouldn't even fight them. I would roll up to their house at night, Chael Sonnen style with night vision goggles, do a freaking home invasion on them, find them in their bed, and literally end everything single part of their existence.
They'd be on this floor for the next podcast.
Yeah, there would be skinned out right beneath this elk. Nobody could see, but we'd know.
I love that clip of Chael Sonnen when he's like, "You think I had it easy? There were years that my dad barely made $100,000."
No, he goes, there were years that my dad didn't even make $100,000 or barely made $100,000.
Yeah, we had it made, but she came twice a week.
What do you think we did the other 5 days?
Best.
He's like, when I was a kid, I was walking down the street. I saw a guy take a gum out of a packet, put it in his mouth, take the wrapper, throw it on the ground. These are things I had to see as a kid, as a child in West Lynn, Oregon. We should do a skit like
You
that.
should.
Yeah.
I had
love
to
it.
force down Five Guys on Sunday night at 8 p.m. I wasn't even hungry.
And guess what? If the movie was almost finished, Bo would make me watch the rest of it, even though I wanted to go to bed. You would make me stay up an extra 15 minutes.
Dude, can we talk about that? Why do you never finish movies?
I do, bro, but
It's just discipline.
yeah, it's just like no matter what movie I'm watching, it could be my favorite movie of all time. If it hits 10 o'clock,
Just done.
I'm done. I don't care if there's
It's over.
a cliffhanger or it's the climax of the film. I'm out.
It's honestly the thing that I respect about you the most and the thing that I hate about you the most. I respect it so much and I hate it with every fiber of my being.
Yeah, the last time I did that to you was Bullet Train, and
Dude, you're a bad person.
It
for
went
that.
left to right. I could feel it coming.
It was crazy.
Yeah,
bro.
I could feel it coming.
You
and
knew it was coming. It was a crazy twist.
Sometimes I'll even do it like I'm watching TV shows and like, you know how people like binge TV shows because the cliffhanger's like so good, and so they'll just keep watching like for 10 hours at a time.
Yeah.
Sometimes if the TV show episode like has a really good cliffhanger and I have nothing to do for the next hour, I just won't watch the next episode, just out of pure discipline. I'm like, nope, you're not gonna get me, buddy. Yeah, never told you that.
I like that.
Yeah, so I'm like,
I don't know.
I know everyone in the world is gonna watch this next episode.
I'm not gonna.
I'm not gonna.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't even want to adopt that.
Yeah, it's just like, you know how you do your sprints to the car sometimes. Like you got to have your thing that gives you that edge.
Everybody has their own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Do we watch the intros for The Office when everyone presses
every
skip
single
intro?
time? I do not skip intros in my household.
That's mental toughness.
It is. It is.
So-
it is mental toughness.
That's what I'm talking about. That's something you'll never understand.
That's impressive. I
Yeah.
couldn't do it. Just being straight honest with you.
I know.
I'll be honest, bro. You got to get disciplined enough to cut your hair on a regular basis. That's the main.
He won't give that up.
Yeah.
Last thing
Yes.
that I'm going to be on set for.
Beautiful.
That really dragged out, honestly.
I'm sorry. I didn't know how this was going to go.
Go.
But all right. We're talking hypotheticals. And
Oh,
we're
love
doing
it. Let's go.
we're doing a great one this week. We're doing two big stars in the media. One for his relationship, the other one for being 260 pounds. We have Travis Kelce versus Bradley Martin.
I feel like Travis Kelce could fight. I definitely feel like he would whip his ass.
Yeah, and Travis is what? At least 260, right?
He's big.
He's 255.
Okay. So
He's the
yeah.
same size. He's a pro athlete. He's gonna whip that dude's ass.
He's
Yeah.
taller than Bradley Martin by 3 inches. So he's got a reach.
That dude just strikes me as a guy who could fight. You get a
Yeah.
white boy with those type of haircuts and I think piercings and stuff like on his ears.
Yeah.
He has to be able to fight.
You don't reach Taylor Swift's level, mate, without being able to fight and protect.
The original one that I came up with was Travis Kelce against Micah Parsons, but I think we all know how
Oh,
that would
dude.
go. But that was
Micah would body him.
Yeah.
absolutely body him.
That would have been a good one though.
But yeah,
I want to see. Micah was doing boxing training this whole offseason. I would love to see
Really?
him get a celebrity boxing fight.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, dude, it would be awesome. I'd love to see that against like another NFL player like Boza or I don't know, something like that. That would be a banger.
That'd be sweet. I saw this.
Can we get this up? Can we get this up here?
Derek, we're gonna go and do a play.
Yes, here we go.
Analysis of what's
This was
going
the-
on here.
The first time I was.
Can we get volume? Or no? Boom! Oh, pause it. Replay that.
Dude,
Derek
he-
absolutely lit him up.
He's been training for sure.
He has.
He
Dude,
starts
look at
off with some feints
Look at the yeah. Go back to the beginning.
right to the beginning.
Control in the air.
Yep.
Good feint.
Good feint.
Footwork. Keeping his feet underneath him. Good steps back. Boom!
Pull
Straight
two.
right hand. That's
Oh
all we
my
needed to see
gosh.
right there.
Yeah.
Honestly, he absolutely obliterated him. And now his gloves. He's trying to fix his glove.
Yeah.
So I don't. Good hook. Ties him up.
Gets physical.
Opponent's not allowed to strike. Landed a couple hooks there. That didn't land. That hit his arm. He's trying to strap his glove back up. Yeah, dude, this is crazy. He was like, I've been drinking so much. He literally, they said he drank his own boy. It was like, you've drank 3 beers in like as many hours.
He's like, yeah, I'm a hammer, dude.
He's like, dude, I'm 108 pounds. All right, anyways, keep it going.
Oh, so he's done.
Yo, he reminds me of somebody.
Of
Why
Luke?
does- yeah. Okay, changing levels. Derek, good feint. Control in the air. Good step. Okay. Nothing there. Oh, okay. Getting him to. He's controlling him
Yeah,
right now.
he
He's
is.
controlling the hell out of this dude. I love how he's not wearing a shirt. He's got the reach on him. Oh,
jeez.
uppercut.
Oh.
Oh, big shot right there. Big uppercut. Okay, eats a hook. He's good. Right back in his face. Controlling him. Okay, good 1-2.
Should blast the leg kick right there.
That would be great. Guys switching stances. He don't want to fight anymore.
Boom, head kick done.
Done. Head kick, KO, done. I like it. No dap at the end. Derek did win that.
Yeah.
He dominated that. He bitched out after 1 minute. He's scared. Kyle's terrified. he was pissed that Kyle said he lost, but he won.
He definitely won. And the guy quit at the end. So like, even if he didn't get that
so
too.
there's a couple things. Exactly. One, the guy quit. It's over. You quit. You're done. You lost. Two, Derek dominated him.
Yeah.
The dude threw a couple crazy haymakers. He landed like one hook. Derek landed much cleaner shot with that straight right at the beginning, and he landed a solid uppercut.
Yeah.
That was
Controlled the clock.
Controlled it. The dude ran at him a couple times. He had good footwork, just moved out of the way.
He's definitely been training.
I'm proud of him, dude.
That was the first time I enjoyed watching him.
Seriously, I was proud of him, dude. He's been talking crazy for fantasy football and all this, and I talk crazy back to him, but at the end of the day, in fantasy, like if you're on that team, I'm freaking ride or die for you.
Yeah.
Like I love that he whipped that guy's ass.
Yeah.
I'm so hype about it.
Funny.
Yeah, that was amazing. Dude, they need to do a real fight.
Yeah, for sure.
They
It's
for
a perfect
sure
matchup.
It was honestly it was perfectly competitive to where they could actually do it. Mm-hmm. Put that on one of the freaking MVP. What is it? Is it most valuable promotions?
Yeah.
Put it on.
They both
that
train
card.
a little bit.
Yeah, have them train some and get ready and weigh in and do the thing for real. Do you think I would? I know Derek would do it. I wonder if that other guy would do it.
Yeah. I mean, that could be like a perfect promo. And
Perfect, dude. Because there's already build up.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, oh my gosh, would that sell?
That's funny.
That would be amazing.
Who doesn't love a good fight?
Yeah, seriously. That was just excellent. Good for
How
Derek.
did that get to that point? Like,
No
it looked
idea.
like they were just like out and about the same place. And
I have no idea how that happened.
Jake was doing a podcast
okay.
for the Nelk Boys.
And Derek showed up.
Yeah.
Wow.
Rolled up on him.
He's like, let's go, bitch. And the guy's like, okay. I'm surprised that guy, it's not very often that you get two people that are competitive enough to fight to agree to fight each other.
Yeah.
It's hard.
That aren't fighters.
That aren't fighters.
Yeah.
People don't.
It's hard to get fight. I mean, it's hard to get fights, obviously, for fighters, but
yeah, people that aren't fighters is even tougher.
yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I love that though. That's amazing.
That's awesome. They'll fight and then Ronan gets winner.
What are great cliche sayings that you've had coaches say to you that they say a lot? Because that's one that my coach would always say.
Well, there was this one. The first thing that came to my mind in middle school, we had this coach, Coach Archie, and he was like most Italian Jersey dude ever. I don't really know. He kind of just like appeared one day and he was our coach. I don't know how it like happened, but we had a pretty good middle school team, and we were getting to like the end of the year, and like we won the county tournament, like we were qualifying for the states, and the metaphor he kept using is he kept telling us not to drink the juice. He was like, "Don't drink the juice. We're not there yet. Don't drink the juice." And we were like, and we would like win, and he'd be like, "Good job. It's not time to drink the juice." And we're like, "When do we get this juice?" And it was never explained to us. But after I won nationals, they brought like all my coaches back for like a celebration, and he came. And like each of them spoke about like something about me, and then I came up and spoke about them, and I brought that up, and I was like Coach Archie, and I was like, the way I took that, coach, is that you should never be satisfied, and I don't know if that's what you meant, but I'm gonna drink the juice now.
Dude, oh my gosh. I was hoping two things. I was hoping either he like brought you a bottle of
Dude, I wish it had a better complete ending, but
yeah. Or I was hoping you're gonna say, yeah, so obviously, coach, you meant never be satisfied and keep grinding and the job's not done. And he's like, oh, I didn't mean that. He's like, I was just talking about you're cutting weight.
Like, I just meant don't drink jungle juice when you go to parties.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that was my best one.
Yeah. I had a couple good ones. My high school coach used to say a really funny one. And this wasn't even a serious one, but he was serious about it, I think. But he would always say, "Boy, you look like a cow staring at a new gate." If somebody didn't understand a move or something he said or was teaching, boy, you look like Cael staring at a new gate. Every time, bro. It was the funniest
That
thing.
went right over my head.
Yeah, you have no idea what they're talking about. But the good one that I listened to, or that one of my coaches said a lot, was consistency is the mark of a champion. That's a good one, yeah.
Yeah, not a metaphor in any
Oh, it's not is
stretch
it?
of the imagination. But
I forgot we were talking about metaphors.
okay.
For some reason I forgot we were talking about metaphors.
sounds
I thought we were just talking about good
I
sayings.
was like, that's a metaphor. I'm completely lost.
It's not. Oh man,
It's a great saying though.
It was just what came to my mind.
Yeah, it holds true.
I was wondering why you're taking such a long pause, and then I was like, "Oh wait, I'm not even on topic anymore." It's good stuff.
Oh, I forgot. That was one of the questions we were supposed to ask today in the Q&A. Someone asked, what was your favorite Coach Cael story before practice? And I was going to have Bo tell the Scorpion and the Frog.
Oh, I love that one.
Yeah, would have been perfect.
I love the Scorpion and the Frog. My
It's
favorite parable.
It's my favorite. And I prefer when you tell it too.
It's the number one parable of all time.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. Should I tell it?
I don't know. Is it the vibe?
I don't know. We're talking about stuff, so.
You guys want to hear it? All right, tell the Scorpion and the Frog.
All right,
I haven't heard it in so long.
All right, you want it?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. I got to think about it a little bit because I haven't told it in a long time either.
Yeah.
Obviously, know it by heart.
Yeah. I mean, we live it. So
live it every
we don't,
day.
Yeah, we don't have to know it. But.
So, all right, we'll get into the parable. So, once there was a scorpion, and he came down from the mountain. He wished to cross the river to go into the valley because it was nicer down there. He comes to the river, and as a scorpion realizes he can't swim, right? Because he's a scorpion. And so he's trying to figure out a way to get across the river, and he's walking up and down the bank and comes up to this frog. And he says, "Hey, Mr. Frog, I can't swim across the river, but I'm trying to get across so I can, go hang out in the valley. And would it be all right if I rode on your back, you swam across and dropped me off halfway?" And the frog thinks about it for a second. He says, "Well, why would I do that? You're a scorpion. If, I get close to you, or, if I put you on my back, you're going to sting me." And, so the scorpion's thinking about it a little bit and, decides that to tell the frog, "Well, why would I sting you? Because if I sting you in the river and I'm on your back, then you'll drown. I'll drown too. So, obviously I wouldn't sting you, because then we'll both die." So the frog thinks about it a second and kind of considers the logic and realizes, yeah, he's right. I'll die. So he'll die too. And, okay, it makes sense. Hop on my back. So scorpion hops on the frog's back. Frog starts swimming, and they get about halfway across the river when the frog feels a big pinch right in his back and realizes the scorpion stung him. His legs and arms start to go numb. He starts to sink. And right before he's about to go under with his last breath, he just kind of pleads to the scorpion and says, "Why did you sting me? Now we're both going to die." And the scorpion just replies, "That's just my nature. That's what I do." Let's go! There's a lot to learn from that, a lot to unpack.
Love
from
that story.
It's a great one.
Scorpion. It's just what I do. Never gets old. Moral of the story.
Scorpion's going to scorpion.
Yeah.
See, we could go and take 45 minutes or an hour to explain that, but I think that the crowd, everybody needs to figure that out themselves.
You need to figure out who you are. Are you the scorpion or the frog? And what does that mean in your life?
Yeah.
And then be that.
Yeah.
And be true to your highest self.
To your nature.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, but it's the number one parable of all time.
It is.
We'll go over another one. We have a bunch of good ones.
Yeah.
So yeah, back to how you're feeling going into this fight. What's the mindset, man? What's your mindset like? It's been a while since you've competed. What are you kind of in your mind gearing up for battle?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just nice to have something to lead up to. After this is my third camp now without a fight, so it's way better being 2 weeks out knowing I have someone to utilize my training on, not just. It's weird to like have a full camp of training and then do like some kind of fight simulation and then just have that week off and not feel like there was like a release at all, and then kind of like filter right back into it and just kind of drags on to this like long camp. So I'm really excited to have that moment of just like, okay, this is going to show what I've been doing, have a release of everything, that all the effort and time and energy that's put into this moment, and then do it again.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a different, like, you don't realize it until you have that fight set, but it's definitely a different mindset of having something and a clear intention on what you're doing it for rather than just training. I can do both, but it's way better to have something like a goal in the end of that.
It's so much better.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really hard. I think if you're obviously in a fight, if you're training for a fight, you don't have anything booked. It's hard to keep your mind on, you can keep your mind on improving and getting better, but it's so much different than wrestling or other sports where there's seasons.
Yeah.
Where, in football, there's a Super Bowl. In wrestling, there's an NCAA championship and all this and that. And for fighting, there's really no season. So I think that's where a lot of people struggle with motivation, because if they're out of fight camp, they're not training.
Yeah.
And they don't know what to do. So, the discipline of being able to stay focused like you have really the past entire year and get better and better is so huge. And I think a lot of people, they don't understand what that's like.
Yeah.
They have to have something to be motivated. It's obviously better and easier if you do, but what really sets people apart, I feel like, is whether or not they're able to do that without anything coming up.
Yeah.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah. Yeah. What would you say? I feel like I always try to learn what people are, their mindset of what's working for them and how they think and stay open-minded to new things. But do you have things you're not looking forward to
With the fight?
Yeah. Everything like from here to the fight.
It's a good question. That I'm not.
So there's good and bad. There has to be.
Yeah. I mean, I try to like reframe it all, obviously.
Into a positive.
Yeah, but like, I'm not doing like a bunch of interviews. Like, that's not as fun to like say the same thing over and over again for like a fight that's not like of huge magnitude. Then like travel, but I mean, it's all like even all those things. It's like I just reframe it. I'm like, it's part of the game, and I just do my best to enjoy it. But yeah, I think the weight cut should be much smoother, and yeah, I'm just like excited and at peace.
Right. And it's not new. It's
Yeah.
not like really anything new.
Yeah.
I feel like there was a little bit of a learning curve for me coming into MMA and doing what everything that is entailed in the last couple weeks of a fight. But it's weird. It's really very similar to what we've always done in wrestling. And maybe there's a little more media or a little more obligations or this and that, or the weight cut, you have to do it a little differently. But I think it's so interesting. Since I have experience doing it, it makes so much sense to me why wrestlers are so good at it.
Yeah.
Because it's you're doing a mini version of it your whole life. Yeah. Basically. Having to mentally prepare and do all of that goes into competing in wrestling. It's the same thing. Yeah, it's like going to the pros, but it's a different sport, but it feels like the same. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think that like I said, just makes so much sense to me why wrestlers do so well, because it's such a great preparation. There's no other sport where you get to not only – there's a lot of sports, you could say jiu-jitsu or sambo or boxing where you get the pressure of competing and you have to like go out there and perform. But wrestling, especially in America, there's no environment that's more similar that you have to go into that's, than wrestling in a NCAA tournament or in a big duel. They don't get that in sambo. They don't get that in jiu-jitsu. They don't get that in any other in kickboxing.
Yeah, on a consistent.
No,
Is that consistent
at an
basis?
amateur level.
Yeah.
No way, bro. Yeah, of course. Yeah, professional kickboxing, you get it a little bit, or professional jiu-jitsu maybe a little bit.
Yeah,
but-
like 80 cc's is big, but that's what every 2 years,
yeah, and it's not the same.
and we're doing like that to a higher magnitude twice a weekend. It's
Right.
like,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Twice a weekend, every weekend. Going to hostile environment, then going to a friendly environment, and then doing it again
Yeah.
for months
Making
and months
weight.
at a time for years in a row. Yeah, that's something that I wish more people understood that. And I wish that more people, there's obviously a lot of wrestling fans and stuff, but I wish people in MMA, they're starting to understand that wrestling is a great base, but they talk about the wrong things. They talk about, because you could take a guy down, because you control where the fight happens, or this and that. And that's such a small part of it. People talk, why is wrestling the best base? Because they say things like, because you have to cut weight, you have to be disciplined, you have to be tough, this and that. But it just that to me, from my view, it's a little part of it.
Yeah.
It's such a small part of why wrestlers are good at MMA.
yeah. Yeah, there's so much to it that we have the luxury of like things we wouldn't even think of, like our nutrition or like the way we train, the way we recover, the way we compete, like you're saying, like going into those environments. Like there's so many things that we take for granted that someone coming in brand new, and we've seen it time and time again, someone coming in brand new, that's like all those other factors are added in, and then you're like a deer in headlights because it's just too much at once.
Right. Yeah. It would be one thing if you had to deal with just a bunch of extra media, or you had to deal with just a bigger environment,
Yeah.
or you had to deal with just a different style of sport. But you factor all those things in, and then maybe you get somebody shit talking you a little bit, and now it's
Thrown off your game.
whoa. But for wrestling, all those things are factors already. Aside from doing a little bit of a different sport, we already have a good amount of media. We already have an intense environment. You still have a lot of people talking trash. Tyler Berger said that he was coming home with Nolf's head after the NCAA tournament, and so there is that element of trash talking, which he's interested in fighting Berger, which I think he'd be a friggin' sick fighter
For sure.
So I think obviously we know Nolf would be too, but I hope that we have some more guys that. I think that as we do this and have success, we'll have more guys that come and just will be able to not be afraid to do MMA and show out. I think a lot of people are a little unsure of it. Yeah, skeptical. You've done something your whole life. It's hard to change.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I got to go eat some chicken
All right.
before 8:30 comes around. So,
It's that time.
yeah.
You